Assemblymember Gomez just passed a piece of legislation that is really important and has the potential to have really high impact for young children and families across the state.
This bill is going to fix a problem and hopefully increase the utilization rates of the paid family leave program throughout California. And I think this is a step in the right direction and will help California's families. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
The clerk will open the roll. All members vote who desire to vote. All members vote who desire to vote.
It's something that prioritizes the gift of time that parents can give to young children, to bond with them, to introduce them to a language-rich environment, to communicate that they're in a safe space where they're actually being attended to, and build essentially the building blocks that will help them in their later life and academic careers too.
California, over 10 years ago, became the first state in the nation to pass and implement a statewide paid family leave program. However, after 10 years of data, we learned that the paid family leave program was simply out of reach for many Californians because the wage replacement rate was simply too low. What makes us think a worker who's already living paycheck to paycheck on 100% of their salary can take up to 6 weeks off at 55%? The answer is simple: they can't. That is why I introduced Assembly Bill 908. With today's signing, California will once again lead on leave and ensure all workers who pay into this vital program can afford to use it, regardless of their income.
We got it. It's a good bill. Congratulations. This is not a very special pay. That's the best thing to do.
Most people don't know about the paid family leave program. They pay into the state disability insurance fund. They sort of know about disability insurance, but they really don't know that the paid family leave program is there for them, that they can take it to bond with a new kid or a newborn child, or to take care of a sick family member. They just don't know. So this is a series of roundtable discussions and outreach efforts that we're using to promote the program and hopefully get more people to use it. Thank you for coming out to this roundtable discussion regarding paid family leave, state disability insurance, and kind of how do we make our families a little stronger? How do we make sure that when something unexpected like this happens, when you can't go back to work or you need to take some time off, that you can provide for your family.
My name is Victoria Cepeda Mojarro. I am the proud mother of two beautiful girls. I'm sure one you saw running around. Adelina is just shy of 4 years old, and Annalise is 16 months. And I attempted to apply for paid family leave each time.
It's a little bit daunting, so the ability to access the paperwork, touch base with your HR, get the information that you need from the hospital, and then try to hopefully make sure that it gets into the state without problems. It can be a little daunting, so you do need that extra push to be like, come on, it'll be great, it's super helpful. And with the expansion, that's just really exciting and really just my hopes is going to generate people to be able to access that.
It's just easier, right? It's just a lot less stress. You're dealing with a new baby at home. You're a little exhausted. And with you get a second child. And so the ability to not have to stress about running back to work after 6 weeks or after I quite frankly wasn't ready really just gave me a cushion of financial support that it's okay and this is what we really should be doing. When you're thinking about your mom or your grandma or whoever that your loved one is and taking care of, and you have to choose between can I go to work or I'm, more likely than not, you're choosing your family, and the ability to have a backup, a safety net is really some of the values that I hope that our state sends the message to the rest of the country. This is how our democracy should work. It should be there in our most vulnerable times. So I thank you.
It's important that we're starting here in California, and I thank the Assemblymember for doing this. And I really hope that we get to push the numbers on this to be able to afford even low-wage workers who don't come from a big company, who may be fast food workers or domestic workers. And so being able to have paid family leave not as a luxury for the professional working class, but for all working moms.
But one of the things that we don't want people to think that this is a welfare program. This is a social compact insurance program. And then in the end, the way you strengthen people's beliefs in government, beliefs in these kind of programs, is if they believe that you're fiscally responsible, that these programs actually get to the people that need it the most, that it's not abused, and that it actually works. And that's my goal, is to make programs that work so that the public actually believes.
We're trying to compensate for the gross inequality that is not an abstraction, but it's grinding down the lives of a lot of people who live in California. And we want to do as much as we can in a creative way to make sure that everybody has a decent life, and particularly the kids coming along have that opportunity.
When I was young, I was in the same situation where I was sick for several weeks, and my parents literally had to take time off from work. And these are parents who are working 5 to 6 jobs a week to make ends meet. So if we can make it easier so a parent can be there when their child gets sick or a family member gets sick, and they don't have to worry about their financial stress, that's something that we need to do, and something that we can be proud of.
What I really appreciate is that oftentimes there's the danger of policy work is that you get a great bill passed, and then it essentially remains a bill on the books but doesn't actually take on a life of its own. And so I'm really very appreciative that Assemblymember Gomez is actually taking the time to make sure that people know about this exciting resource and avail themselves of the opportunities that could really meaningfully impact their lives.